But we thought Sam Brinton might be an exception. Sam, an MIT grad and an expert, quote unquote, in nuclear energy, started back in June as a deputy assistant secretary in the Department of Energy. But we quickly discovered that Sam, who goes by the they-them pronouns, might not be the right person for the job. According to a report, there were substantial irregularities during Sam's hiring process, and Sam's gender identity may have taken precedence over actual qualifications. Perhaps the Biden administration chose this former nominee for other reasons. Maybe they were impressed by Sam's lectures on kink or their interest in pup play, whatever that is. Either way, it looks like Sam's not only unqualified, he might also be a criminal.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got to talk about Biden's non-binary drag queen nuclear energy czar, who was just charged with stealing a woman's $2,000 plus luggage at an airport. Now, if you guys didn't know, Biden hired this very strange individual, Mr. or Mrs. I'm not sure exactly what their pronoun is, but it's Sam Brinton, okay, to be in charge of nuclear, okay, as an administration employee. And I think at the time when this guy was hired, everybody said that, look, man, I'm not necessarily sure if this guy has necessary qualifications or is in the right state of mind, just based off some things that we've seen on the internet, to be in this type of job. Okay, I'm not necessarily sure if this is a good look for the United States. We got questions, right? We got a whole lot of questions. And this story right here basically proves us right in the sense that, yes, people like this guy right here have issues that, quite honestly, again, should have been picked up on in the hiring process, but because the Biden administration wants to be woke and they believe in affirmative action for oppressed individuals, oppressed in quotes, this is what you get, right? Again, same thing happened with Karine Jean-Pierre, okay? So let's read about this because this story is pretty interesting. A Biden administration employee and one of the federal government's first gender non-binary officials has been accused of stealing a traveler's luggage from the Minneapolis airport in September. Sam Brinton, the Deputy Assistant Secretary for Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition at the Department of Energy's Office of Nuclear Energy, was charged with felony theft after allegedly snatching a Vera Bradley suitcase reportedly worth $2,325 from baggage claim at the Minneapolis St. Paul Airport on September 16th, according to court documents. Brinton, who uses they/them pronouns, was captured on surveillance video grabbing the luggage and removing its ID tag, identifying the owner, the filing state. Yeah, so this person was caught on video, right? They were caught on video grabbing the luggage and removing the ID tag, identifying the owner. Now, we're going to talk more in depth about what happened here, but I want to just read everything so you guys kind of understand what's going on here. They were later seen using the Vera Bradley suitcase on at least 2 occasions while traveling to Washington, D.C. on September 18th and October 9th, investigators said. Brinton initially denied stealing the suitcase to police officers, but later claimed they took it by mistake and still had it in their possession. So basically, the person initially denied that they stole it, saying that, look, this is mine, and then later on told the police that they took it by mistake after realizing that it wasn't theirs, allegedly. Quote, "If I had taken the wrong bag, I'm happy to return it, but I don't have any clothes for another individual," Brinton first told the officer. "That was my clothes when I opened the bag." However, Brinton called the officer back 2 hours after their first conversation and confessed to not being completely honest, aka, you know you stole the bag, you know that it wasn't yours, you took it anyways, and then you're lying about it because you got caught. Okay, and you know that the story that you're telling is not true, so now you're trying to correct the story. Okay, you're trying to correct the story to try to save yourself. They said they accidentally grabbed the wrong bag at the luggage carousel due to exhaustion. According to the court filings, Brinton said that when they opened the bag at their hotel, they realized it wasn't theirs, but got nervous that someone would think they stole it and didn't know what to do. They said they emptied the luggage and left the person's clothes inside the drawers of a dresser in the hotel room. The official was charged with felony theft of a movable property without consent, as first reported by the local Minnesota outlet Alpha News. Brinton, who became one of the government's first non-binary officials, was placed on leave about a month ago following the accusations. Another official was named as their interim replacement earlier this month, according to the Exchange Monitor, which tracks government officials' moves. A spokesperson for the DOE confirmed Brinton's leave to Fox News Digital. If convicted, Brinton could face up to 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. Yeah, so that's never going to happen, right? This guy's not going to see any jail time for this. He might pay a fine, but that's it, right? I mean, he has, some of the Infinity Stones of wokeness, so he'll be able to get away with it. But, I mean, the reality is that this person obviously stole the suitcase. I mean, they caught him on camera. He removed the ID tag, which, again, any of you guys has ever, done this. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have. When you get your luggage from baggage claim, everybody checks the tag, right, to make sure it's theirs. Okay. First of all, it's not hard to spot yours because a lot of people usually have identifiable characters or characteristics on their luggage, which they know, okay, this is ours. But you always check the ID tag just to make sure. There's no way that this person did not know that that luggage wasn't theirs when they picked up the bag. There's no way, right? He definitely knew. He just stole it. He just stole it. That's it. And what you don't do when you get back to the hotel and realize that you stole it, right? What you don't do is that you don't stuff the clothes into a drawer in the hotel room and then leave with the bag. What you do, if you actually took it on accident, is that you report it, right? You report it to the authorities. You say, look, I took this suitcase on accident. Here are all the clothes. I want to make sure the suitcase gets back to its rightful owner. That's what you do if you actually didn't steal it, right? But again, because this person stole it, they tried to cover it up, okay? And they want to lie about it and try to pretend like, oh, well, I didn't know. Well, you did know, right? You definitely knew. Again, we were told that, hey, these individuals are definitely qualified and that they're in the right state of mind. They can do this job, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying, man, this is another embarrassment for the Biden administration. This is why affirmative action is a bad thing in this country. This guy was definitely an affirmative action hire. And again, this is the type of liability that you take on, again, when you're hiring people like this who probably shouldn't have been in this job in the first place. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective.